By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to achieve all of your goals in 2026. Hello, my name is Nadia and welcome back to my channel. Today we are leveling up. If you are not ready to level up, then leave this video right now because I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. First thing that you'll want to do in 2026 is gain clarity and meditate. These two go hand in hand. If you already know who you want to be by the end of this year, then that is perfect. Write it all down, literally all of it. Step by step, who are you? What do you dress like? What do you act like? Write it all down. But if you don't know yet, that's fine. That's when meditating comes in. You want to meditate. That is literally the best thing you can do for your own mind, for your clarity. I know some people say it's a bit woo-woo and maybe some of you cannot stay meditating for that long. That's fine. You don't have to meditate for half an hour daily. It's literally not that difficult. You have to meditate for 5 minutes every day to feel the difference in your life. And that can be at any point of the day. It can be in the morning, it can be in the evening, it can be both. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 10 minutes. Whatever floats your boat, whatever feels better and easier for you to stay consistent with it. It's much better if you meditate 5 out of 7 days a week, for example, for 5-10 minutes daily, than if you meditate twice a week for half an hour. You'll feel better and more benefits and your mind will become clearer if you meditate daily but for less time. During meditation, you want to stay aware of your downloads. So while you meditate, you get random thoughts. And now meditation isn't about fully turning off your brain, it's about connecting to your higher self and the consciousness. And just getting that nervous system to calm down. So while you meditate, you're going to have downloads, and these thoughts are very important. You want to keep them, okay? If you have a random thought, it might feel random at the time, but trust me, it's relevant. So that thought can be anything. It can be a little budge saying like, oh, maybe I should start posting online. Or it can be something like, oh, maybe I should join this club. Or maybe I should quit my job. Even that's a random thought. Now, I'm not telling you that you have to quit your job. I'm just saying keep those downloads, like write them down because they might become relevant, and sometimes they don't lead you directly to your end goal, but they might lead you somewhere, and at that spot you will then have another idea and maybe everything will start to make sense, and maybe that thing from there will lead you to your end goal. Sometimes we just need to take it step by step, and these downloads are going to help us. When we meditate, our mind is the most calm and clear, so we really need to keep attention to those downloads because they are not random and they do have a meaning in the big picture of life. Meditation can give you a lot of clarity on who you want to be. And once you have this clarity, if you're the type of woman that spends a lot of time doing skincare, maybe you want to print out a vision board with your goals and your best self, the best version of yourself, and you want to put it in the bathroom so you look at it while you're doing your skincare because that's something that relaxes you. If skincare relaxes you, you want to look at these types of things when you are in your most relaxed state. So a lot of people watch mind movies that they created of themselves literally the first 15 minutes of waking up because you are still relaxed, you are still in that oh my god I just woke up state, and you watch your mind movie and your brain kind of like aligns with it. So it's the same with other things. You might want to read your version of yourself that you've written down right after meditating, or like I said, do a vision board, put it up in a place that relaxes you the most, where you are the most kind of calm and relaxed. Or you can just put it on your phone because that way you're going to look at it more than once a day. You want to establish a routine. So the person that you are trying to become in 2026 has a routine, and that can be as simple as just setting yourself certain like micro goals, because obviously the big picture of 2026 is to, let's say, become successful or graduate or whatever it is, the big goals need the micro goals. For example, waking up every day and getting straight out of bed, or making your bed every day, or drinking enough water every day. All these micro habits will help you achieve the bigger goal, and I'll tell you why. To achieve your goals, you need to act like your highest self. Your highest self is the best possible version of yourself, and she is very confident because she just is. That's who she is. She's confident, she's happy, she has it all. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with confidence nowadays, and that is probably because we don't do the micro habits. We don't drink enough water. I've seen this trend now going on where people are just literally drinking energy drinks and coffees all the time. And don't get me wrong, I love coffee. I start my day with a coffee and then I have probably like 2 more coffees. But coffee never comes first. I always drink water, always. And that's very important, because when you are feeling sad and you are feeling like you're not the best version of yourself, maybe you should start with the basics. Ask yourself, did you drink enough water? Did you start your day by scrolling mindlessly on your phone through social media, which gave you absolutely nothing and it used your dopamine? Did you move your body? You have no idea how important moving your body is for how you feel. First of all, it releases a lot of very happy hormones. Second of all, it just helps you get rid of that stagnant energy. We have so much stagnant energy stuck in us. We have trauma stacked in us. This is literally so much somatic exercises can literally help you get rid of your trauma, by the way, but that's a separate topic. But that's why movement is so important. So sometimes you just have to start with the basics, like hydration, movement, waking up early and not looking at your phone for the first hour. Now that creates consistency and that creates discipline. Now discipline creates confidence, and that's because you told yourself, I am going to not look at my phone for the first hour, and I'm going to drink water first thing after waking up. Now you told yourself that, and if you stick to that, now your brain is trusting you. Your brain now knows that you are keeping to your own promises, and it's trusting you, and that is extremely important for your confidence. Your brain has to trust you to work with you. And I feel like we are not actually sticking to our own promises. That's one of the things that I always made sure, like, I'm really scared of breaking promises. I keep all my promises. And that actually came from when I was very little. I would always keep my own promises. Like I took it very seriously, okay, maybe a bit too seriously, but that actually made me into who I am today. And I always keep my promises. If I tell myself I'm going to do something, I'm gonna do it. You want to create a routine. You have to create a routine, and obviously not every day is going to be the same, but routine can be as simple as your first 20 minutes of waking up, and you have that 20-minute morning routine, and then you go on with your day. And everyone's routine will be different. Use AI to our advantage in this scenario. Just better yourself, basically, by asking AI to create your routine. Tell ChatGPT about your lifestyle and how can you create that routine to work with your current lifestyle. So you create, then, like I said, consistency, which creates discipline, and discipline creates trust in yourself with your brain. Now, if you struggle to keep your own promises, you might want to have a habit tracker. Now, this is again very simple. You don't need to buy anything, just pen and paper. You write down all the habits and kind of like your routine that you want to stick to. For example, meditating, moving your body, maybe journaling your thoughts or your after meditation thoughts, where you write down your downloads. And then you just write down at the top of the page, you write down like numbers of days, and then like 1 to 30, for example. And then you just cross out what you did, for example, on the 1st of February, right? And then you'll clearly see what habits you are keeping up. And if you are behind something, then obviously you're not going to cross out everything every single day. That's impossible. you will then see that, for example, for 5 days you haven't been to the gym, but for 5 days you've meditated. That's very good for your meditation. But now on day 6 you want to go to the gym because you need to better yourself, so you need to stick to it. And it gives you like a better picture of what you are actually doing in your daily life to make your life better. And lastly, this is very important, you need to do your shadow work. If you want to actually change your identity and become the best version of yourself, you need shadow work questions. You need to reflect on yourself. And now this is very negative a lot of times, but shadow work is something that we all have to do if we want to become the best version of ourselves. Shadow work is something you can do in every single aspect of your life, and it really changes how you look at yourself and your identity. And like I spoke in video before, identity, you need to change your identity to actually manifest your goals. So what you want to do with shadow work, you want to ask yourself, why have you decided to level up now? Like, what has happened in your life? Do you just have enough, or did something actually happen? Just write it down, write down your feelings. Also, before doing shadow work, you might want to maybe meditate and get that, like, calm down your nervous system a little bit, because like I said, shadow work can be very negative and bring up a lot of negative emotions. So you might want to just relax and then do it. So yeah, why do you want to level up? Write it down. Number 2, how are you benefiting from staying where you are right now? Is there anything that benefits you in staying stuck, in staying in this place? Is there any benefits to it? And most likely there is not. Number 3, why haven't you achieved your goals already? Why haven't you achieved your goals in 2025? Why haven't you achieved your goals in 2024? Why didn't you stick to them before? What was it that made you fail? Was it lack of consistency? Was it lack of discipline? Or maybe it was fear. A lot of people aim very high, and I love that. I think we all should aim high. I think we should get rid of that belief that we have to be realistic, because we don't. You can aim as high as you want. You can literally become whatever you want. There are people out there that come from nothing but become millionaires within a year because they believe they could. And I want that to be you. So you have to be honest with yourself. Why haven't you achieved that goal yet? For example, people might be scared of having money. And that can be very subconscious. You don't have to actually know that that's how you think. But if you grew up in a family where you, let's say like a middle class family, where your belief was that more money, more problems, or you was looking at like celebrities and there was always drama because reality shows and news and paparazzi, and there was always newspapers about someone doing this and someone doing that. And maybe you heard your parents talk about like, oh my god, you know, when you're rich, like there's no privacy, there is no, you know, everything's just bad, like it must be so miserable. Well, if you grew up with that belief, then maybe subconsciously you were actually scared of having money, and what could that potentially mean to your privacy and your relationships and who you might become. Well, the truth is you become whatever you want to be. Now, people at the top that are happy, they don't care about paparazzi. They don't care about, you know, what the news is saying about them. Reality shows are for our entertainment. They are not real. They don't show the real picture of how people are arguing in between themselves. It's all staged. However, some people believe that it's real, and that can then create a limiting belief within you on how you view money and just being up there with these people. But if you know who you want to be, you have clarity on what type of values you're going to have. If you are a good person, having money is most likely not going to change that. Especially if you do work in your mind, it's not going to like change your thinking. You will still be good. In fact, you'll probably be better, because now you have no limiting beliefs, and now you did the work and you have money and you'll be a better person. So whatever it is, why you haven't achieved your goals, write it down and face it. You obviously not going to remove your limiting beliefs overnight, but you have to face them. You have to be aware that they are there. So then when you start thinking the way your limiting beliefs are making you think, you can say like, no, I know what I'm becoming, I know who I am. Lastly, I want you to write down the perfect scenario. What would happen if you started today, where you would be at the end of December? And this is literally such a perfect scenario. Like everything goes the way you want it to go. If it's about money, then write down exactly how you're going to have this money, how much money you're going to have. If it's about your career, write down exactly like who you are, what type of job you got, how many hours do you work, are you fulfilled? If it's about family, write down the family, write down about your partner, write down who your partner is if you don't have one yet. Write down everything that you want by the end of 2026 and write down exactly how you got there and literally the perfect scenario. Nothing has went wrong for you. Now, our brain doesn't know enough. We just kind of assume that it's not gonna work out, but you don't know enough to say that it's not gonna work out. There is people that create everything from nothing, right? And that can be you, as long as you remove these beliefs that it's not going to be. You can be anything you want, and in 2026 I honestly want everyone to be their best self. Like I truly do, because when I see other people grow, it makes me want to grow. So it's kind of like a chain. If I see people grow, I want to be better, and I hope when people see me do better, they want to do better. We have to get rid of the jealousy, we have to get rid of the negativity, and we have to start thinking more positively, because your brain honestly doesn't know if it's not going to work out. You cannot predict the future, and it might as well work out. And what if it does work out? If you don't start today, imagine just this scenario that it does work out. It literally works out exactly how you want it, and at the end of 2026 in December, you're gonna be like, wow, imagine if I didn't do it because I was scared that it's not gonna work out. Get rid of those fears, get rid of those limiting beliefs, become that version of you today. Do not wait till end of 2026 to be a better you. Be better today, and then the reality will follow, and then by the end of 2026 you're gonna have it all. You're going to be better, and the physical reality will follow.